is secure go the sky.
Yeah, you know what? That's it. That's true. We are gonna.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
All right. You know what, Miguel? You said something very interesting today because we are going to talk about idol worship. This is today's topic. But well, first of all, I would like to tell you, I would like to remind you that this is an English class. So the most important part is not in the ideology indeed, but the way you communicate those ideas. All right. So I think that this is a little difficult topic because we can talk about some things that another person may feel like an attack. But remember, the objective in here is not fighting. The objective here is communicating in English. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So look at this. The topic is idol worship, and the question is, what do you worship? Okay, so let's go to the next image. Here, from the, here it is. Okay, from the ancient past, people has had the necessity of feeling that there's a superior power who controls the lives of men. And in that search for a superior power, people has created different ideologies. People has also created some myths and some worshiping. For example, here we are that in the ancient Greek, people believed in different divinities. Do anybody of you know about something like this?
Maybe in Athens.
Aha.
Zeus.
Theseus, that was one of the personages, the characters.
Romeo's? No.
How about you?
Romeo's.
Romulus.
Romano? No.
No, Romans. Well, yes, it was another country. Greek people and Roman people were enemies, but they had a similar ideology. Of course, the names of their gods were different. For example, instead of Hera, who was the mother of the gods, the Romans had Juno, and instead of Poseidon, the god of all the seven seas, the Romans had Neptune. So there was a similar one, no? Do you remember any other?
Zeus is the father of the gods in this time.
That's it. And so, yes.
The different in apostle after 300 years ago.
That's it.
More or less similar.
Kind of like that. All right. So what about the ancient Egypt? What do you know about the Egyptian people?
Egyptian.
The king, the queen Nefertiti, and the king. I don't remember.
Ptolemeus?
No. I forgot.
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra was, I think, the last queen in the in this dynasty. But I guess Nefertiti was before Cleopatra.
Nefertiti was the wife of Akhenaton.
Yes.
Um, they they have a son. I don't remember the name of his son. Ah, the King Tutankhamun.
Ah,
Mm.
yes. Yes, you're
¿Torta,
right.
torta de jamón? No.
Sound like
No,
No?
Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun.
I don't listen. Sorry.
You know what? I remember also that they believed in different idols. For example, some of their divinities were half people and half animals. For example, the god Ra.
Yes.
Yeah, and I remember also something about that they worshipped cats. Do you know anything about these cats worshipping?
Uh, mm, no, I don't remember.
No, Luis Miguel, what do you know about the cats worshipping?
The god in ancient Egypt was Bastet, and that was the uh, woman god in ancient uh, Egypt, and another god, maybe the son of Ra was Horus,
Mm-hmm.
and another god, the dead god, dead god was I don't remember, but is I don't remember that god, but is I'm going to be wrong, but I think is Anubis.
Anubis, yes. Yes,
Anubis
that's
was
it.
the dead god, and another god from ancient Egypt was Isis.
Mm-hmm. Isis and his wife Osiris.
Yes.
You know what? I remember also that whenever they believed that cats were going to conduct people to the other side, and they were able to protect the souls from the darkness, and
With
so
the cats?
so cats were really worshipped between the Egyptian people. They were considered sacred. And even whenever a very powerful person, for example, a pharaoh or any priest died, they were buried with all of their possessions, with their wife, their family, and their cat. The cat was the principal because the
But
cat was going. Yes.
but only one race of the cat.
Aha. Yes, I think that it was the Egyptian cat.
Yes.
Yes, not all of the cats were the honor of being considered like sacred.
Yes.
It was very interesting for me because later on, when there were all of these movement in England where people were looking for the witches, cats were considered like the impersonation of evil. And so they said that cats uh, could convert in bad spirits, and so that they helped the witches into with all of their ceremonies and all of their spells. So the
Okay.
black cats were killed.
Yes, especially the black cats.
Aha, they said that black cats were bad luck.
Yes.
Do you know anything about this?
About that, no, About this, no,
No.
no.
All right. Well, let's talk about any other idolatry that you know, any other idol that you know about, any other culture in the world. For example, here we have the.
Claro, claro.
Okay, Miguel, pretty good. Tlaloc. What was the culture that Tlaloc was ruling in?
Repeat, please.
What was the culture that Tlaloc
Mayan. Mayan?
maybe, or the Aztec?
Aztec.
Aztec.
Aztec
In the north, no, the sur,
in the south.
the south.
All right.
Dios.
No, the
Dios.
Tlaloc is
The-
the god of the uh, Mexicas.
Mexicas, así.
In the center.
Tlaloc, the god of the rain.
That's it. The creator of the water and the fertility.
Yes.
All right, pretty
And
good.
in the civilization of the Tolteca, Mexica,
God.
and Tlaxcalteca.
That's it. Yes, that's it. And what about fire or war? Who was the
Or rain, no? Rain?
well, for rain, Tlaloc, yes. What about fire and war? Don't you remember who was, according to the Aztec culture, the Mexica culture, was in charge of the war and the fire?
No, but the wife
Fire.
of the Tlaloc was Xochiquetzal.
Kind of like that, or oh my,
Um,
costly.
Huitzilopochtli, yes. I think it's Huitzilopochtli.
Yes, that's it.
Huitzilopochtli was a son of Tlaloc.
I think that all of the theogony, the history of the gods, the Aztec gods, is very similar to the theogony of the Greek mythology. But
Yes.
here it is very interesting. For example, how the Coatlicue was born. No, how the Coatlicue give birth to Huitzilopochtli, and then Huitzilopochtli killed his 400 brothers and his sister.
Coatlicue was the second wife of Tlaloc. Xochiquetzal was the first wife.
That's it.
And son Huitzilopochtli and I don't remember Tlaloques. It was the second son.
That's it. And there was also Quetzalcoatl, who was the father of the gods.
Quetzalcoatl, father of the gods. Yes. I don't remember. Let me. Father of the gods. I don't remember.
It's okay.
But it was it's a two Mexica civilization.
Yes, that's it. You know what? I think that in all of the civilizations, this kind of worshiping has been similar because they believed in a supreme power that was in charge of controlling the lives of the men, and that if they asked for favors to that divinity, they were going to be able to solve their problems, to have fertility, to win the war, and everything about that. No, the most important issues in those times. Well, You know what? I think that nowadays we also have worshiping. And here you are. Look at this. In the Himalaya, some people worship monkeys. They think that they are wise and that they can give you favors for the gods.
Yes.
Or in India, here they have the temple of the rat temple. I don't remember the city.
Mexico.
No,
No.
they are not politics.
Sorry.
They
Sorry.
are real rats.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Well, for me, they are also like nasty. But people say that the rats are the impersonation of the gods. So you shouldn't hurt them. You have to feed them with milk. You have to take care of them because they are auspicious. They are holy animals. Did you know anything about this, like this?
I don't know. I don't hear about that.
No, yes, it's the rat temple.
In la India. No?
In India, yes.
And YouTube is video impression the rats together and men and child convive and with rats.
That's it. Is this the temple of the rats?
My God.
Yeah, and they worship the rats. They say that they are holy animals. They are auspicious. They also, the Hindu people believe that cows are holy and auspicious according to their culture. So cows are really important in their culture. So that's why they ask them for favors and they treat cows like divinities. In their opinion, they are divinities.
Okay. And they revere the cows?
They take care of the cows and they decorate them. Yes, and they worship the cats. So the cows, I mean. So if you eat some birria tacos, of course you are not going to go to heaven.
Yes.
So it's a sin. That's perverse.
Yes.
All right. So, well, if you go to India, never ask for birria. It is prohibited. All right. So.
Or rachera.
Oh my, no, never do that. Or never ask for a mole de olla. Jesus Christ. You know what?
Chilposo de pata de res.
Oh my, so delicious. You know what? Yes. In Sinaloa? Yes.
No, in my city there, some people cook delicious consomé de pata de res.
Oh my! Delicious. Where do you live, Archimedes?
I live in a city named Texutlan, of Puebla State, near of the Veracruz State.
Jesus Christ, so beautiful.
We are in the Sierra Norte.
Wow.
Of the state.
It's beautiful. You know what? I heard about a delicious dish that it's called colitas, and it is prepared in Sinaloa, and it is cola de res, the tail. And it is, here in Mexico, we call it mole de olla, but there they call it colitas. But That's delicious.
It's more delicious the pata de res.
Yeah, is it? I have to taste it. I will do it, I promise.
Yes. You can taste some tostadas of the pata de res
Oh,
in
yes.
a restaurant of the three in a Sambors.
Uh-huh.
You
Oh,
can ask for some tostadas of pata de res.
Jesus Christ, that's delicious. If
Yes.
we went to India, we were so big sinners. We would go to hell because of that.
Yeah.
Don't go to India then.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So you, yes,
Uh, they do eat meat in the India.
they
Uh,
not to the cows. No, it is
they
Sure.
they do know eat meat. Yes.
no, they
We
don't.
we must not.
What they do with the animals they love or they
Ah, that's interesting. Archimedes, do you know something about what people do in India with the cows?
Uh, I no, I don't know, but
No?
I think that I have a question about the meal of the cows. What happened?
Ah, well, that's the same answer than Miguel's question.
Oh,
Well, cows are walking down the city freely, and everywhere that a cow stands up is something like a blessing. So if a cow is walking down the street and it stands up next to your house, it means that you are blessed. So you have to feed
oh,
cow. It's a miracle for you.
oh, very interesting.
So cows are walking down the street.
Okay, and
the,
what what they will think about the Pamplona?
Oh my, I think that they are against this celebration.
Yes, I think so.
No, guess what? Whenever they see about the bullfight,
Ah, another.
I
Yes,
think it is so difficult to talk about it with them.
but
in
it's not.
Mexico. Uh, sorry.
Sorry, sorry. But it's not different between uh, cows and bulls in the Hindu civilization,
I don't
or,
know
or,
that.
or is the same?
No, I don't know anything about that. You know what? I have to investigate because
Okay.
I'm not sure. It's a very good question
Yes.
because I think it is not the same a cow and a bull.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to make research.
Okay.
Thank you very much. All right, Miguel, you were going to ask something.
Uh, I go the travel and the India and ask and people the my question.
If you go to India, please
Yeah.
talk to us what you saw because you know what I guess that
Face to
in
face. And face to face.
talk
I
to
don't
me
like
about,
me. I don't like me.
but
Así.
never say them that you ate birria tacos because you can go to hell.
No, I don't eat. I am vegetable.
Then you can go and there's no problem. You are vegetarian.
Okay.
That's great.
The people build a highway to hell for Miguel.
That's
Yeah.
it. But so then Archimedes and me never go. Luis Miguel, what about you? Would you go to India? Aren't you a cow eater?
Mm,
Can
I I
you
know
can
that when in the in India, they believe that if you kill a cow in India, you in your next life you are going to reborn in maybe in how do you say gusano?
Warm.
You are going to reborn in a worm because cows are like guts and they have a lot of guts and they have a elephant gut, a cow
Aha,
gut, a
Ganesh.
serpent gut, and tiger gut, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of guts that they have, and it's one of the things that in India there's a lot of people that are vegetarians,
Vegetarian.
and yes, they only eat. Uh, I don't remember how do you say semillas.
Seeds.
They only eat sims
Seeds.
or I don't know seeds,
Aha.
and they eat beans, rice, but they don't eat that comes from live animals. Is because they have uh, all most population have have believe in that all the animals are like us is one of the things that they don't eat meat.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah, they don't eat anything that had or could have had eyes. That's it.
This live that
Aha,
have
that it's
live.
alive.
And neither
Yes,
pig.
Neither pig.
they have.
No.
I think they have maybe a gut of a pig gut maybe.
Mm-hmm, they do. In fact,
Yes.
they do. You know what? Time ago I was talking to a Muslim friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, and he told me that they don't eat any animal if they don't know how they die, because animals should be treated with decency before they die. If it is not, then you can't eat it because you are going to go to hell. And so he told me that it is something like a ceremony that they do because you are, well, first of all, it has to be at the first time of the day before the sun rays go up. And so the animal has to be oriented to the place where the sun rises. Later on, you have to ask for permission to the animal. You have to pray to the gods, to Allah, and then you have to ask permission, to ask the animal for permission to take his life and explain it that it is because you have the necessity to survive. So the animal is going to be used for saving your life. After that you asked for permission to the animal, you have to thank him or her, well, it, for his sacrifice, for its sacrifice. And later on you have to kill it, but it never should suffer. So if all of these conditions were accomplished, then you can eat the animal meat. If one of those conditions were not accomplished, then you can't eat because it is a sin.
Um, but I think that's easier to ask for sorry that uh, ask for permission.
Yes. Yeah, that's
It's,
what I
it's,
applied.
it's very complicated to ask
Yeah.
permission in that country.
Yes, that's it. You know what? when I was studying in the University of Southern Indiana, in the last day of the course I was taking, I invited my friends, my closest friends, to my department so that they can enjoy delicious Mexican food I prepared myself. Uh,
Only when vegetables.
yeah, only with. I didn't know that. So guess what? I the Mexican students and me and I were thinking about what to prepare because we said, here we don't have a lot of ingredients that we need for preparing delicious Mexican dishes. So the only one dish that we could think about was tinga, chicken tinga. And so we bought some chicken in Walmart. We bought also onion and all of those, the other ingredients. And so
Yes.
we prepared white rice with cheese and tinga, chicken tinga, and some toasts. And we prepared horchata fresh water. We invited to some Arabic boys, some Chinese girls, some Japanese girls, some Korean girls, and to some Algerian girls. And there was also a French person. Well, first of all, I invited them and I told them, please come to my department. We are going to have a reunion, a goodbye party, a farewell party. And they said, what exactly are we going to do? And I said, well, we are going to be together talking. All right, but what's the principal event in your party? And I said, food.
Mexican food.
We are going to have Mexican food. For me, it was kind of strange because nobody asks you what you are going to give them in a party. But I said, well, all right. Yes, I am going to invite you to eat. And they told me, so you want us to eat with you? And I said, oh, yes, I'm going to prepare food for you. Oh, good, thank you. So what time do you want to do the party? And I said, I wait for you from 7 to 9 because in my Mexican use, I said, all right, they are going to be dated at 7, so they are going to be maybe from 7 to 9 coming. Later on, we had dinner, we talk, and maybe they are going to go home like 12 or 1 a.m. And so I think it's a reasonable time. But they said, all right, we will be there. So I am not going to eat because you are going to feed me. Well, yes, it was so surprising for me. Later on, I was cleaning my department, preparing food with all my Mexican friends, and we realized that our friends were outside the department. We saw them by the window, through the window. They were talking and playing next to a tree. And so we made some signs to them through the window to get closer. And they with their hands, they nod and they said, no, it is not time. And for me, it was so strange because it was 15 minutes before 7. 7, they knocked at the door. And I said, why didn't you come before? I saw you, you were there. And they told me, no, because you said 7 o'clock.
My God.
7 o'clock, my telephone rang. So I answered, and it was one of the girls. And she said, Maggie, I'm sorry, I am going to be late to your party. Please don't think it is an insult. I am going to be there soon. Please forgive me. And I said, okay, don't worry, it's okay. 5 minutes later, I hanged on. She came. And so I said, why is she calling me if she's in the way? But anyway, it was strange for me. Later on, we went to the dining room and there was beautifully presented the tinga, the toast, the white rice with cheese. And guess what? The Arabic people said,
Everything.
and I said, it's chicken tinga. And they said, yes, but what is it? And I said, it's chicken. Ah, did you kill the chicken? And I said, no, I didn't kill the chicken. I bought it in Walmart. Ah, do you know how the chicken was killed? I
My
said,
God.
no, I bought it in Walmart. But didn't they tell you anything about the event? And I said, no, they didn't tell me anything. And so they said, I'm sorry, Maggie, we can't eat. And I said, you're kidding. Of course you're kidding. This is a nightmare. It is not possible. And they said, no, we are serious. We can't eat. And I had
So,
lots of food. So they said, we're serious. And so one of them told me, you know what, this is because this, and he explained to me all the procedure. And I said, I don't know how the chicken died or even how it lived or he composed a poem or anything, but it's, and they said, nope. And they didn't eat. They were eating toasts with rice, but no cheese, only rice.
I,
Yes.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, neither did I. When I was there, I said, no, this is a nightmare. Later on, we were talking, but men went to the kitchen and they called, all the Arabic people called men to the kitchen. And we were in the living room, all women, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Korean. And whenever any women went to the kitchen, they said, no, this is not a place for women. And I said, but it's my house. They said, no women in here. And so we heard that they were dancing and they were singing. And I said, how in the name of God can it be possible? They are separating the party. But for them it is usual. In a party, there can't be together men and women. They are in separated rooms.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and after, yeah, it is not all. Guess what? Yes.
9 o'clock.
9
Everything.
o'clock. They took their things and they said goodbye. And I said, where are you going? And they told me, you said 7 to 9. It is 9. And I said, no, you can stay whatever, all the time you want. And they said, no, you said 7 to 9. So thank you very much. Everything was delicious. Goodbye. 9 p.m., they left. For me, it was, dear parents.
But it's very, very strange situation.
Yeah, too much. But there I learned that they have different uses. They have different cultures. They didn't mean to be rude people. They just were following my instructions and explained it them that here in Mexico, we are not so ordered with all of those procedure that we say 7 to 9 because people is very late at parties. And they said, isn't that very rude? And we said, no, in Mexico it's normal. Oh, no, horrible. Oh, my.
But in general, the people in the world think that as a Mexico, there are not two countries.
Yeah, people love Mexico. They really do.
Yes, because we had a free a free uh, a free mind.
We are very open-minded.
Open minded, yes. Sorry.
And yes, and we are very warm and very funny. What people love about Mexico is that we are very friendly and we are laughing all of the time, making jokes on everything, that we are all of the time singing, dancing, and we are not so serious and not so cold as in many other countries.
Yes, because example is the meetings of the parties. You can arrive
Anytime,
in any time, yes,
yes, that's it.
and
Or
you can go off in any time.
And even if you are a very close friend to the person who invited you, you can sleep in their house and it doesn't happen anything.
Yeah,
But they said, oh my, that's so strange. That's what I said. You are very strange people.
yes, very very interesting.
Yeah, too much. All right, so look at this. Now, what's next? People all the time, all around the times, have had the necessity to pray, to praise, to ask for a favor, to ask for protection. But in that necessity, people has invented some new ways of worshiping. So here we are going to see something about the modern worship.
I I think that only you can make or you can believe in something
Mhm.
like a person, like an animal, like and worship.
That's it. You know what? In the Hindu Diksha, they say that the most important is not the name that you use. The important is that you feel protected by that divinity. That divinity
Yes,
can be Vishnu, Jesus Christ, Mickey Mouse, your father, your telephone, whatever you may think it is the most important for you. And the image that you have of God is very different than the image I have myself from God. So God doesn't have a face, God doesn't have a name. But well, here what I would like to state is that the new gods are, for example, our own image, money, material things, arts or events, celebrities, devices. What do you think about this?
devices.
Devices. People don't talk in a meeting because they are chatting. Mothers don't pay attention to their children because they are watching videos or they are at WhatsApp or Snapchat or any social net. I saw two people during the week who were walking down the streets and their babies were like this to be crushed by a car and they didn't pay attention because they were looking at their cell phones.
It's a it's very difficult to change the mind of especially of the millennium people
Yes.
because uh, they use it in everything, in every place, in everywhere.
Yes, that's it. It's very strange whenever you go to a party. They are supposed to be together for sharing, for meeting each other, for talking, for having fun, for eating. And the only one thing that you see is people watching to their cell phones. It's incredible.
But for me, I think that's it's a question of the values
Mm,
the people or the parents to teach.
yes, that's it. And permit. what they permit doing. So if we permit our children to use their devices all of the time, it is not the fault of the children. They don't know if it is correct or not, if it is useful or if it is damaging or hazardous. They only
Uh,
know that they like it.
I to my sons, I ask that they don't use it in when in a dinner time or in the breakfast or
That's good.
or in the how do you say when we have in the table
That's
in
it.
order to have a breakfast, the dinner, and in general when we had in the table.
Well, me, for example, what I do with my granddaughters is that when they are with me, they know that they have in the whole day only half an hour to watch any video or anything that they would like in the cell phone. But after that half an hour, no more permission. So they have to think very carefully what they want to do and select it, because I am going to take their cell phones into my pocket for the entire day. And they say, Granny, please, my mommy told me. I don't care what your mommy told you. I'm your granny. Silence. And so I don't let them do. And so I explained to my children, you know what? This is the reason. And they say, yes, it's okay, mommy, whatever you may say. That's the good point, that they support me. If they said, no, that's not fair, problems.
But it's a good your 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 daughter uh, is
Yes.
Yeah, it's my granddaughter.
I participate.
Yes, of course, Mike.
Yes. In my opinions about the you please estado. I have listened.
Listened.
And the different question on people. My opinion is the human and the beginning, the creation and the planets. I find ask the about ¿dónde venimos?
Where we come from.
Where we come from, and what ¿qué hago? What
I do.
What I do in this planning. What answers. In my opinion, is I find through in your mind idolatries and materials because fathers, grandfathers, we continue information about the way and the true or life. Loss, your main about you say the idolatry and materials now, and in this moment is harm the double picos, the doble sentido.
The double side.
The double side. the father education and reality rules, because no laws in these people, direction about the rules in family, doesn't. I lost, me perdí.
Yes, the general idea
Esa-
is you suggest to set a rules to avoid the songs.
valores,
Values.
values. Sí, ha perdido.
We have lost.
We have lost. The human is terco, o es necio.
It's stubborn.
I see not education in this family is the base the sociality
Society.
is import very import education a child. He continued this is rules because no, you know, direction, life, rex, recta.
Straight.
Si se pierde la continuidad, o sea, si you lost the continued, es volver a empezar.
To start again.
To start again. Yes, important. No lose line.
Yeah, that's it. Don't lose the objective.
Yes.
That's
it's because in this moment and society is lost and doesn't and your name this is you say what the telephone and is important, and is say not very important, and family, yes.
That's it.
Important, and values is again and again in the other days, and step by step. This rule is true. The truth you like is difficult, but not impossible.
That's it. You're right. Difficult, but not impossible.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I think that this is really interesting. I don't know if one of you want to say anything else, any commentary, or to ask any question.
I have I am waiting for your slides.
Oh,
Your
yes.
past slides. If you can send me, I will appreciate.
Oh, yes, of course. So please send me a reminder to my email. Please, Maggie, send me the idolatry slides, and I will send them to you, because I am a very absent-minded person. So
Okay.
I very surely will forget it. So please remind it to me.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your participation, for your attendance, and for your attention. And have a very good weekend and good night.
Yes.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you, Maggie.
Thanks to you.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. See you.
See you.
Meet you next.